Okay, so today hyping tech, and it's going to be a special one because it's not a normal hyping tech. We are going to be doing
Time for Movie Tech Friday.
Okay, so as you can see, today is going to be Kingsmen. It's the first one, the Secret Service. We've got Tonesy with us today.
Yeah, boy.
So what we're doing is we're going to be talking about the film, the movie, but mainly focusing on the technology within it. So hopefully there won't be too many spoilers, but I know there's loads of movie reviews out there, but we're going to be covering it from a different angle. So Tones, what you reckon of Kingsman?
Good movies, like a James Bond type of style.
Yes, but do you reckon it's better than James Bond or not?
Yeah. I've seen James Bond, it's not like continuously action paced. This is more like paced. That's just like one point you get a shot at, then you do all of that 10-15 minutes of the
Guess what I got, mate?
cream.
We have a American cream soda flavor bar. So let's smash one of that up quickly. There's one for you there, mate. Yeah, and just let us know how that tastes when you get a chance. So what we're doing is we're going to be looking at the technology in order of how it appears in the film. So let's see how good your knowledge is there, Mr. Mansan Sonzi Manzi. First, in the film, picture it in your head as it starts. What's the first gadget that comes to mind? I'll tell you if you're right or wrong. I'm lucky because I watched it again yesterday, so I'm
Well, it's not a gun, it's like a pistol, because a guy walks in. He walks into the building and then he like tries saving that person, and then the lady comes with the swords in her legs and like, you know, at the very start.
Oh.
And then that guy with the glasses, basically, oh sorry, my bad. I just remembered there's three guys, like there's a grenade and he jumps on the grenade.
Yes.
And that was Eggsy's dad.
Yes.
So basically that's the first gadget, basically, a grenade.
Is it a gadget? Is it technology though? Because that was a grenade that guy had on him and they didn't check him.
Yeah, but then when you think about it, when he dies, the guy that puts his mask over, he goes, "You've passed." And then he's the one that's later into his bed that's shooting those people in the snow area. So he's OD up.
I thought the first gadget was when Eggsy goes to prison.
Yeah.
And he uses his medal to call, you know.
Yes, yeah.
He uses that to call them, so he gets a jail-free card. He gets out of jail, and the first guy, what's the first guy's name? The main actor?
Oh, I don't know his name, but I know that he beats in Danny McPhee.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah, that's the guy I'm on about. So he basically tells Eggsy, okay, he does that pub scene where he basically smashes everybody up, and then that's a wicked scene. If you haven't seen our trailer, one of the Kingsmen wicked fighting scenes is in our trailer. But anyway, so technology-wise, I'll cut long story short. The first one is, remember when he pats Eggsy on the back and he puts a speak on his back?
Yeah.
I noticed that's the first technology gadget that appears in the film that I'll class as a gadget. So it's basically like a small little disc.
Yeah, like a chip.
Yeah, but I think like a hearing aid along them kind of lines. So he puts it on his back and he can hear what he's saying. But then the best bit about that is the second part to that is then he can speak out of it as well.
Yeah, when he finds when that guy beats his mom up,
when he's beating him up, he goes, "I'll leave him alone, I know who you are," and blah 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 blah. So that's the first gadget. I think that's something that can be made. I don't think it's something too far out there. And he speaks back to him, and then from that he kind of lets him come back, and then they go along the scenes where he shows him the suit place, the tailoring place, and then they go into the tailor room, and that lift that they push down and that goes down, that's the gadget. I'll call it technology. And then while he's in that room, is it the first one where he puts his hand on the glass and he makes a lift work? Because the second time he goes in there is when he pulls a peg and he goes through the wall.
That's the second movie. The first one was.
There's the first movie where the second part when he enters it, I think, handprint on glass. They go down and then they go into that bullet train underground, and they go into the main like bunker area where the meeting happens, and he tells him what they're gonna do. And then he goes into that meeting room and he sits down.
Yeah.
And then they put the glasses on. You think there's no one there.
Yeah.
But there's like people on each side. And they're like, it's like a Skype call, but they're holograms there.
Holograms, yes.
And then they go through that scene. And then the other one is they find out who that guy is, that professor. The one that gets kidnapped, professor, to make the chips, I think. But then he goes to him and he tries to find out what the hell is going on. And the professor's head blows up.
Yeah.
So that little thing that he has in his thing, that's another gadget I'll call technology-wise.
Yeah.
So those are some good things. But I think the umbrella comes earlier than that, doesn't it? Because when he's fighting in the pub, he pulls the umbrella out to stop the bullets,
Yeah.
and then he puts the what's you call it, Anastasia
Anastasia.
Anastasia, that's
I
the word. So he puts Anastasia to the pub landlord, so he stops him kind of blabbing. The watch shoots out stuff. The SIM cards are technology. The taxi, the black cab.
Yeah.
'Cause,
Automatic drive.
yeah.
Basically, he goes to fight his stepdad.
Yeah.
And then what happens is the guy that's the one, that guy from Nanny McPhee,
Yes.
he like
Let me find
locks the car.
Let me find Nanny McPhee's name.
I know he is. He looks.
So cast here on TV soon on Saturday, 15th of February, E4. Was that this weekend? Yeah, so it's already come on. Kingsman, is it cast here somewhere? Come on, cast.
Should be on top. Just type in cast. It should tell you.
Kingsman 1 cast. Okay, so Colin Firth.
Yes.
Samuel L. Jackson's in there as well. I forgot he's one a big time actor. And Michael Caine's the bit of a double sword in it. Okay, so the taxi.
He's also in Now You See Me Too with
Yes.
Harry Potter's actor Daniel Radcliffe.
Oh, Now You See Me Too. That might be a good one to do as well.
Yeah, because the all of the magicians at the rain at the end is just basically.
And he stops in his like vibration and the stuff. Okay, here's one I don't think you would have thought of. But you know what? I might play it to you so you can actually see it. Will I have a scene? There.
Oh.
Merlin's clipboard. When they're standing in front of the screen and they're finding out what's going on. And he uses the clipboard to like navigate the screen. So it's like a tablet, but not a tablet. And he's basically like recording everything on there. But yeah, that's another technology. I reckon that's like a thin, wafer thin, like tablet type thing.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's a movie, but that's probably how they've come about it. And then when he goes to the house, he goes to Samuel L. Jackson's house.
Yeah.
He invites him for a meal and they put out burgers.
Yeah.
And then as he's going in, he takes a photo with the lady holding that paper. So that's some more gadget. The railway tracks that dip in the ground when they're trying to interrogate them.
Yeah.
You told me that before, so yeah, I'll give you a point for that. And then he gets his suit made, tailor-made suit.
Yes.
And he goes, as standard, all Kingsmen suits are bulletproof.
Yeah.
Wow,
That'd be sick.
And they're proper fitting suits as well. It's not the cheap stuff. It's like tailored to your body.
Yeah. And that shop's like in the high end in London.
Yes.
Like the exact shop that is.
I think they did like a tour of it and they showed you where the shop is. There's actually a shop there, a Clickle Plan shop. And then he introduces him to the shoes, the Oxford shoes.
Yeah.
And he clicks in his knife and he's got like a venom on it or something, which he uses to cause the end to kill someone. The poison pen, remote control.
Yes.
So he gives him a pen. You could put poison in something and they're triggered by your pen.
Oh.
And then he ends up killing what's the other guy's name? He ends up killing the Michael Caine, Arthur. He ends up killing him because when he gives him the drink, and he switches the drinks, so then he ends up killing himself basically. But yeah, that was a good gadget. The ring taser, the little signet ring.
Yeah.
So he puts it on and it's like 50,000 volts of electricity so you can jab someone in the neck. The grenade lighter.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Tablet controlled taxi. Because when Eggsy goes back to fight that guy that hits his mum.
Yeah.
Colin Firth, Harry, his name's Harry in the film. He uses the tablet to lock the windows and makes him come back to the office. The plane comes out of the ground outside the main. This is when Harry dies. He gets shot in the face.
Yeah.
But we missed that church scene where he basically annihilates everybody. Yeah. He comes out, Samuel L. Jackson's outside, bam, and he's
actually dead, you know.
I know. Spoilers. That's the second one. We'll do a second one separate one, I think. So the Thunderbird plane, like Thunderbird's plane comes out of the floor and he goes, and then the plane parking in the mountain. Those big torpedo things, and then there's loads more tech there. But I think that's the main tech from Kingsmen. It's a good film. They got 7.9 on IMDb and 74% on Rotten Tomatoes. It's a good film. It's like James Bond, but a more
action based.
Yeah, a more up brand kind of one. That's Mark Hamill. He plays a professor that I guess that dies.
Who's that?
The one the professor that has the implant built into his neck and they ends up turning it on and he kills him.
Oh.
And
that girl she's an actress in she's the one that plays Ronnie.
Oh yes, EastEnders Ronnie, yeah, Samantha Womack. Yeah, she plays the mum. And the big one, the SIM cards. and the mobile phones that trigger the SIM cards.
Yeah.
But you know what? In real life, I think all the mobile phone providers are rich enough to give you a free SIM card.
Mhm.
And these days, data is more important than what you pay for anyway. So they can get like marketing information
Yeah.
and advertising to your phone, and you don't need to pay for your phone. You should all be free.
Mm.
So that's something to think about. But Kingsman was a good film. It's worth watching. And this is our quick cover of the technology of the first one. Once we get around to watching the second one, we'll check that out. We have done a few more of these on Men in Black, Back to the Future,
Mm.
Lord of the Rings,
Batman.
and Too Fast, Too Furious. So keep an eye out for these. We're enjoying making these, and make sure to subscribe so you get future notifications coming directly to you. And I think we had a nice one there, and our drink was American soda. Bar, not sponsored in any way, but it's a nice drink. Lucky I caught that. It's on camera. Boom.